Happy Cast Iron Wednesday from my mom's kitchen. It is rainy and gross outside and we feel yucky and we need some really good food. The theme of the month this month for May 2026, Cast Iron Wednesday, is tortillas. So we're going to make yummy dinner using tortillas. So what we're going to make is a tortilla stack or a taco bake, soft taco bake. I don't know what you call it. I'm going to show you what we're going to put in it, and then I'll show you how I'm going to assemble it, and then you can decide what you want to call it if you're going to do the recipe for yourself. How does that sound? Step number one, I am browning ground beef in my cast iron skillet. We're going to use that to put the bacon. I think once we get it going, we have some taco seasoning to season that up, and then to that, once we drain the grease off and add the seasoning, we're going to add refried beans and diced tomatoes. And then we have large tortillas, we have cheese, we have onions. I think that is going to be really, really good. I hope. I've never made this before. It's an experiment we can eat. So wish me luck. My ground beef is coming along. I did forget to take it out of the freezer, so what I did was I added a little bit of water. It helps, distribute the heat a little bit easier, and then every few minutes we just flip this over and scrape it. I added a little bit of cumin, and then once this is all broken up, we'll drain off most of this liquid, and then we'll add the taco seasoning to it. It does need some liquid anyway for the taco seasoning to turn into a sauce, so we're not really losing anything, and we'll see how much liquid we have left in the pan when this is done. Coming along nicely though. And there we go. It's all thawed. It's still a little bit pink. It's coming on nicely. I'm going to drain most of that liquid off of there, and then we'll add the taco seasoning in. In there. Turn the heat down. I'm going to let it just be on low heat for just a little bit. I gotta go and get my onions. Got my onion ready. Open those cans, and then we're going to put all this filling together. There we go. Now, we need one more thing before we leave that. Just a little bit more water. Not very much. A couple tablespoons. Helps that seasoning mix. Turn it into a bit of a sauce. Tomatoes are going to be liquidy, so I don't need too much liquid. I just want to make sure that all of this beef gets that taco seasoning on there. Alright, onions. Got about half an onion. Need the whole thing. I just save some of it for other things. We just need a little bit in there. I don't know, like maybe half a cup. I don't want them too big. I'm just kind of rough chopping them, almost a dice. Not quite. I don't really care. I just don't want them too big. This is not a restaurant. Onions in there. Get the stir. I'm going to give those a couple minutes just to get a little bit soft. We'll get our cans ready. The refried beans and tomatoes next. Alright, going in with our refried beans. I think we're going to use maybe half the can, because there's only 3 of us. I'm going to make this very big. beans have great fiber in them and they're delicious. Just stir that around so it gets well incorporated and there's no big clumps. There you go. Now we could stop here. I've seen a bunch of different recipes. Some people don't put tomatoes in here. Some people put cheese sauce in here. There's lots of different ways to do this. I am just raiding my mom's pantry today, along with a pound of ground beef out of her freezer. And we're going to get rid of some of that stuff that's about to expire. So we're going to use canned tomatoes today, because that's what I have. All right, 1 small can of diced tomatoes, and again, I only probably need about half of that. Well, you know what, let's just put the whole thing in. Tomatoes are good for us, right? And it's only a small can. And if it looks like it, we can always add some more of those refried beans, so it's not just tomatoey. You could do a layer of ground beef, and then a layer of refried beans, and then some tomatoes, and then some cheese, and then tortilla, and then just repeat, repeat, repeat. This is going to be pretty good. I think I'm going to put some more of those beans in, actually. Alright, just a little scoopful. I don't know. 1/4 cup more in there. It smells amazing. I could eat this right out of the pan, just like this. But we need tortillas and we need cheese. So let's go for a little bit, and then we're going to transfer it in a bowl. I'm going to clean up the pan, and then we're going to build our bake right in here, and then stick the whole cast iron skillet with the bake right in the oven to, you know, bake. The other half of the can of beans I've just put in a Ziploc bag, and I'm going to throw it in the freezer here, and we can use it for future recipes, or, you know, tacos or burritos or whatever, or soup or whatever. That makes a great soup thickener. So just put it in there. Just a little stir. And then we're going to turn the heat off and get this out of here, clean this up, and then we'll put our tortilla stack together. Okay, it's time to assemble. So what we're going to do is we're going to go tortilla. A little bit too big for the pan. Oh no! There we go. Good enough. Tortilla, and then we're going to do meat, and then cheese, and then tortilla, and then meat and cheese, tortilla. And we're going to make a stack. Okay, so we have our tortilla in there. We're just going to ladle in our meat. Smoosh it around there. I've never done this before, so I'm not really sure how thick to make this. I'm not really too concerned because we're going to eat it with a fork and knife. It's not like it's a, you know, taco or burrito you have to eat with your hands. There we go. I'll show you. All right, put my meat in there, and then we're going to cheese it up. I'm using the grated cheese because it's already opened, and it is not my mom's favorite. My mom's favorite is the brick cheese, which is in the fridge, and we'll use that if we need to. Go, and then another tortilla. Smush it down in there. And then meat and beans. I may have a little extra after this is done, because I'm not sure that I can get another layer on after this. And I know some of you are thinking, Jack, that's only tomatoes. That's not much vegetables. Tomatoes and beans. Well, I know. We have salad to go with it. There we go. I don't even put my hand in this. I just shake it on there. Go. went to sleep last night, so I got up and I had some little mini tortilla wraps, and I just put some of this grated cheese on it and microwaved it for 20 seconds, folded them up, and had little cheese tacos at 12:30 in the middle of the night. It was so good. All right, one more. Let's see, get the squish in here. Oven is ready. I'm gonna it on for 350. Shouldn't take very long to cook this because it's already cooked, right? We're just melting the cheese and browning up the tortillas a bit. This one not quite so thick. It was Mother's Day this past weekend, and my family ordered in dinner. I didn't get home from work until 7:30, so they ordered in dinner. We had tacos at 8 o'clock at night, and they were amazing. I didn't have to cook. I didn't have to do dishes. It was awesome. There we go. Oh yeah, the cheese is perfect. No point wasting any little sprinkle, right? There we go. And then one more tortilla. And somehow that one fits better. All right, there we go. It's ready to go in the oven. All right, it's in the oven. I did put a tray under it because I've made a bit of a mess with Mom's oven and I need to clean that up. So just in case there's any overflow. And it's gonna go in there, 350. We're gonna check it in 15 minutes. One of the things I really appreciate about this recipe is that it's really easy and quick, which is just what we need. Brown your ground beef, mix it all together, assemble it, throw in the oven for 15-20 minutes, and then you're eating. That's awesome. We are busy. We got a lot of things going on. I'm working days, half the week at home, half the week I'm here helping my mom taking her appointments and all that kind of stuff. My brother's working nights, overnight, so he has to sleep. And I'm taking a night school course now, continuing education for work, and I have class tonight. So we have to have an early dinner, and it needs to be filling and delicious, and hopefully this is going to fit the bill. Everybody's going to like it, I'm sure. All right, out of the oven. Oh yeah, that looks really good. All right, next up, dinner. Time to eat. Mm-hmm. All right, the first two pieces are out, and it wasn't pretty. That's what it looks like in there. I'm gonna get mine out now. All right, there we go. Call it what you will. Soft taco bake, tortilla stack, Mexican lasagna. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's time for a taste test. All right, it's dinner time. We got hot sauce, we got coleslaw, and we have sour cream, and it's time for the taste test. All right, there's mine. I got sour cream and hot sauce on it. Got some coleslaw. Time for a taste test. Yeah. Good. Yeah, good. All right. Bubba likes it. How about you, Mama? You like it? Is it good?
Yes.
All right. That's a roaring endorsement from my brother. All right, my turn. Cheers, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I hope you're eating good food. That is good, they're right. Yay! Thanks for joining us. Have a great day.